Sounds like somebody has a case of the Mondays. Office Space. Great movie if you haven't seen it. This is how you know it's Monday because I just recorded 2 sets and didn't even realize until after I was done and had talked for like 5 minutes that I didn't even have the mic plugged into the camera. So yeah, that's how you know it's a long weekend. Got to see Arizona State get their ass kicked on their own field by Fresno State, which is embarrassing. But hey, we're gonna be good this year. Don't worry. So yeah, we're hitting back and buys. Starting out with some T-bar rows. So let's do it. And one of the biggest pain points that I find people have, and one of the reasons they don't be more fit and go to the gym more, is it's always the excuse of time, right? Well, I would love to get shredded. I would love to lose, but I just don't have the time in my day. Well, I have the same 24 hours in my day that you have in yours, and I have a full-time job on top of doing this. It's a 9 to 5 office job, so I'm working, and I make it work because I go early in the morning. It's 7 a.m. right now. I was up at like 5. I get everything done. I'm here. I don't have to rush through. I can take my time. And then I get home and I have enough time to pour myself a cup of coffee and start working. So that's also one of the reasons that I like going in the morning as opposed to at night, because you just get it out of the way and it's just done, and then your rest of the day is free. If you wait until the evening, then it's like it's more likely you're going to find excuses in your head of why you're not going to go. Like, well, it's too late for me to drink my pre-workout now, or well, it was a long day at work. I'll do it tomorrow. You know what Paulo Creed said in Rocky 3, there is no tomorrow. Got some preacher curls coming up here. Forgive me, Father, for I'm about to lift. I swear, listening to some of this music that they play at gym speakers, like, it makes you wonder, it's like, who in their right mind grabbed this aux cord? I don't even know what we're listening to right now. Some weird funk ska thing. Some people apparently can live to that. I'm a normal human though. 45-pound plate on either side. Mere child's play. That was actually way easier than I thought it was going to be. Getting stronger. So my current split these days is not necessarily in this order. Chest and triceps, back and biceps, legs. I'll do chest and back to try to focus on the upper chest and the lats more, get a little bit wider. And then the second day will just be shoulders and arms, which I try to typically do on a Friday, so I'm going into the weekend with like big arms because I'm a narcissist. Let's get this final set. I like to do 12 reps, 10 reps, 8 reps, 6 reps, increasing the weight with each set. I really hate bulking. I really hate it. I hate not being shredded. I hate not being as lean as I like, but gotta do it. I must concentrate on my concentration curls. It requires concentration. So workout is done. I'm gonna sit down and have this post-workout meal here. I didn't feel like really cooking anything, so and I also wanted to just show you guys some options of things that are a little bit easier for meal prep and cooking and things like that. Don't necessarily require being heated up, or if you're out and about and on the go. So I just whipped up some really simple these turkey pinwheel things that it's like the same things you can get at Costco. You just take the burrito, turkey, cheese, mustard, light mayo, put some spinach in there, and just wrap them up. And like 5 minutes. It requires literally no cooking. The only thing involved is I heated up and shriveled up the spinach just because one, it's easier to put it on sandwiches and things if you do that, and two, I just like it that way. But again, going back to the time, the excuse of time that a lot of people use is, if you feel like you're spending too much time in the kitchen, these took like almost no skill, like less than 10 minutes, literally like 5 minutes to put this together. You just slap the turkey down, slap the cheese down, and roll it up. And then as an additional side, made up some air fried potatoes here. Again, super easy. I just chopped them into chunks, tossed them in the air fryer, threw some seasoning on them, and walked away. So you can do things like that. And if you feel like you're, too pressed for time in the mornings, just whip it up the night before, and just before you go to sleep, just take 10 minutes, throw it together, and put all that in. And the next morning you wake up and you have everything ready to go. So it's meal prep, but it's not the meal prep people think of. When you think of meal prep, everybody thinks of like the little chicken and rice Tupperwares, because that's kind of synonymous with meal prep. But meal prepping can be something as simple as, well, I'm not going to make time. I'm not going to have time to have my healthy lunch tomorrow or make it during the day because I have to be in the office or I can't work from home, whatever it is. So by just planning a little bit in advance and just prepping things, you'll not only save yourself a lot of time, but you'll eliminate the possibility that you're going to use that excuse of, well, I was bad on my diet today, so I went to McDonald's because, well, I would love to eat healthy, but it was just I just didn't have time to do it this today. So if you make it the night before or the morning of, just wake up an extra hour early, that solves that, and that takes that out of the equation. So there's lots of things like that you can do, different strategies of if it's something as simple as prepping your lunch the night before. Throw this down with some big old club soda, sparkling water, black cherry, naturally. It's a little more fun when it's got flavor in there. And yeah, just gonna go get some more work done. I'll go get my steps in a little bit later in the day once I've got some things done and I've got a pocket of time that I can devote 30 minutes to just, run down on the treadmill and knock that out, or walk around the block. Something real simple. Yeah, these are excellent. Super simple, super easy. Good balance of carbs, protein, and fat with the cheese turkey and the burritos. Very easy to do. All right, sitting down for meal number two. I guess you could call this lunch, dinner, whatever. But I just whipped up a couple grilled chicken sandwiches. Super simple, nothing crazy. I literally just took a couple slices of chicken breast, salt and pepper, throw them on the pan, put them on the bun, lettuce, tomato, a little bit of spicy mayo, and got another side of air fryer French fries. Obviously, you got to get the carbs in. Right now, since I'm lean bulking, I'm at about 3,500 calories a day. So my carbs are definitely on the higher side. So it's, I'll be honest, it's a struggle to get that in sometimes because I'm just eating like an insane amount of them. I kind of wanted to make this on purpose this week just to highlight to you that, I've been getting really, I think I've almost been getting too clever for my own good lately, posting on my food and recipes for these crazy macro-friendly meals when, I have to remember too that everybody's situation is different. Maybe you don't have the luxury of being able to work from home. Maybe you have to travel a lot. Maybe you're in the office at 7 a.m. and you're not home until 9 p.m. and you can't cook every single meal. So these are super simple. This all took me maybe less than 15 minutes. The sandwiches, literally 10 minutes. And the fries, took a couple minutes to chop them up and then just throw them in the air fryer and walk away. So it really isn't as tough to do this as you think. One strategy that I definitely recommend if you, for whatever reason, don't have time to cook or don't have time to prepare your own food or don't want to, or you're out or something like that, is if you have to eat out more than once, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but one of the things that's a good idea is to find a couple places and design a meal there. So Chipotle is a great example where you can actually go online and build out your bowl, and it'll tell you the macros, the calories, the protein, all that. And then you just figure that out once and say that this is like my go-to order at Chipotle. And then you just go on MyFitnessPal, plug that in, and save that as a meal. So that way, you know, without a doubt, every time you need to rely on, oh, I didn't have a chance to, make stuff at home today. I had to pick something up. Well, I know that I can pick up this meal and I'm going to be hitting my daily calories because I've already figured it out beforehand. So you don't necessarily have to do meal prep. What I definitely recommend though is meal plan. What I like to do is I like to pick 3 things, and that's like my menu for the week. And then it just saves me the trouble of having to recalculate and re-plug things into MyFitnessPal every single day, which I know it can be a bit of a pain already. So by only having to plug it in once, then I just copy and paste those same meals over and over again for the whole week. And I know that beyond a reasonable doubt, I have met my daily calorie and macro needs every day for the whole week. And then after a week, I just, if I'm getting bored, I come up with a new menu. I personally like to switch it up by the week just to keep things fresh and keep it interesting. But if you're somebody who just wants to eat chicken and rice for the next 3 months, you could totally do that. But I personally recommend, being a bit creative just so you're not burnt out. That's just a couple strategies of how to make your meals work for you instead of the other way around. All right, final meal of the night, a little bit of dessert. This is actually, I repurposed a previous recipe that I had made. These are copycat Twinkies, actually. And because all it is sponge cake, I just repurposed these into little sponge cake with a little bit of fat-free whipped cream, some raspberries in there for just kind of a dessert pastry. I actually made 6 of them because when you do things like this, it doesn't make any sense. It's just not efficient to make them one at a time. You can't make, for example, a single slice of banana bread. You make an entire loaf and then you slice it into slices. So yeah, this is the full day of eating. 3,500 calories, lean bulk is going strong. One important thing I want to touch on, bulking and cutting. It's the sexy thing to do to just be shredded all the time, be constantly cutting, be 4% body fat year round. The fact of the matter is you really shouldn't do that. You don't want to be in a calorie deficit constantly. You need to kind of swallow your pride, realize that there are going to be phases where you're not super shredded. You need to learn to be okay with that. And you need to continue to, for at least part of the year, be in a growing phase and be continuing to build muscle and be eating in a slight calorie surplus to, again, continue building muscle. Because especially as you get older, you naturally your muscle starts to naturally deteriorate. So it's really important to not neglect that and to continue growing, because that's how you, for lack of a better term, combat the aging process and continue making gains throughout the rest of your life. I want to end with this. I am currently taking on clients for my online fitness coaching business. Right now, I'm looking for 5 guys who are motivated, driven, who are looking to get in the best shape of their lives, who are looking to build the best physique that they've ever had, to build an aesthetic, lean, muscular physique. So if you are interested in that, hit me up. I will put the link to my application in the description of this video. If you need proof that it works, just go back and look at any one of my transformation videos. I am the proof. I practice everything I preach, everything I teach you to do in that program are things that I do myself and are mainstays of my own lifestyle. So this program is everything that I do, and I'm passing it on to you. If that sounds good to you, if you're ready to transform your physique, hit that application button. And if I can help you, I will. I feel like I'm in a Vegas buffet, but it's all macro friendly. Life is good.